This game is a absolute gem, and it's one of those games that actually lasts throughout the ages. It's aged quite well. I think Naughty Dog does great games most of the time. Welcome to Jak and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. This is actually one of my favourite games from when I was real young. It's one of the first platformer games that I actually finished playing, and to me it's great. I don't want to say too much if you haven't played or you haven't seen any of this. We're just going to run through this and we're going to try to platinum this as well. So buckle up and we'll get started. This is takes me back into the day where it's like, oh, you don't have a save file. Can you pick one? Which memory device do you want to use from your 8 megabyte? You know, back in the day when you had 8 megabytes or 4 megabytes.
I have spent my life searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember. The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall. Even the rocks do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance. And why would he want to listen to old Samus the Sage anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet. So it seems the answer begins not with careful research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jak, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Continue your search for artifacts and eco. If the locals possess precursor items, you know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
What are we doing here anyway, Jak? This place gives me the creeps.
Where would I go? Where would I do that?
Oh, stupid precursor junk. Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly. The sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now I like precursor orbs and
When you
power
remember
cells as
the
much as the
lines.
next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? Jak, I think we're in trouble! Ow! Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
What in green tarnation do you two want?
I was...
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Carl Acheron, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while. The only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very moment. All I would need is 20 power cells to give it enough energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or 2 stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick. And I bet there are even more of them out in the wilds just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer? You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
I absolutely love the banter that Daxter has. And I've got to get used to this camera. So we got our spinny kick and our wonderful punch. This is going to be a little bit weird. This camera's gonna probably annoy me to no end at some point. But look at this game. Look at how old these graphics look. But you know what? It still looks good to me. If you know what I mean. When you go back and play games that you've used to play, it doesn't look as bad as it would feel like if they brought it out today. Right, so we gotta click all these orbs because
These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
Yes, I'll let her detail what's what. We are in a little training session. Power punch to the dummies.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grav zoomer.
So we're on a quest to find all of these, and there's the good old, if you look at the bottom left, there's the memory card for the PS2. Yes, our PS... Yes, we won't remove the memory card. We still got those. When I was downloading this game, it was not much. And you can double jump in this game. Oh, I missed that one.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the lurkers must have captured them all.
Alright, we will... this camera is going the opposite way that I want. Excellent. And every time we get a power cell, Daxter's gonna do his little dance.
I had a power cell. I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
So we've got different types of eco in this game. We have the green, which obviously does our health. We've got the blue, makes us run really fast and opens up all these lovely boxes. I've got an egg. I don't want to forget an egg, because I do not want to come back to this place.
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases the time you can use its power.
Right. Okay. So we're most of the way through this. I've got more orbs there. I did see I missed one. The boxes aren't so important as they don't actually give you anything that you particularly require. I'm going to jump down here and make sure we get all these orbs. And make sure that we go all the way around and check every corner and crevice. You can go for a swim, but if you go too deep, let's give you a little show, see if it comes. Where are you? I think I've got to go past the rocks. There he is. That there will eat you alive. You have to swim out in the deep for it to happen. You can't kill it, you can't attack it. It's one of those that is put into place so that you can't go outside of the boundaries of where you're meant to be, I guess you could say. So now that we're done that area there, we're going to head back up here. And we've got to open this gate.
This is a precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling Blue Eco through your body.
Can only be opened by channeling Blue Eco through your body. Give me it.
That's a Blue Eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of Blue Eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Okay, I like to turn the camera around. I remember very clearly, always have your camera facing where you want to go, because it's a pain in the ass turning around as you're going top speed. And it's a little bit clunky, but it's still a charming game. Open Sesame! First achievement in.
Good work. The Blue Eco caused the door to open. With Blue Eco, you can
Yeah, so this is one of the things of a pain in the ass. Back in the day, I feel like, I say back in the day like I'm really old, but I'm not. But yeah, back in the day, it's talking like the old man here, games were, I guess, not as smooth. You're always sort of clipping some object, and you could be like running at a bloody corner and it's an absolute pain in the ass. And I think we are done in this area.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your health.
Yes, green to increase your health, blue to make you run fast. And these orbs are sort of, in a way, some... I like to refer to it as like the currency. Nothing in the crevices. I don't remember there being a lot of hidden areas. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Got all the eggs in the area, so that means I can leave, and I know I haven't missed a single one. People are going to ask for eggs and then use them to buy people out, I guess you could say. And then we jump and smash. And look, it still has the good old press circle to use. Like, that's just the classic look on a PS2 game. Oh yes, we want to whoop.
Good training, boys, but that's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jak?
We'd love to stay and chat, Big Green, but we're, itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away, then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco-collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Excellent! We have completed our first... Oh, I can't remember. Can I? No, I can't. No, he was just going to tell us to get out again. But we've completed the tutorial. Now we can wander around the village, and this is the old man's hut. We will make our way around. You will see it's not a big village, and this camera is gonna annoy me so much. It already is. We're gonna talk to Kira, the, you know, classic sexy lady in the adventure game with the bra top and suspenders, I guess. But she's pretty cool. She's cool. I like her.
Hey, baby. What do you say you and I go cruising on this A-Grav Zoomer?
Rule number 1, I don't date animals.
You don't know what you're missing.
Listen, if you need something to keep you busy, my father always talked about an ancient precursor pipeline hidden deep underground. Some of these pipes end in vents from which eco flows freely, and some have been capped off so that the eco is sealed back. There must be a way to turn the capped vents on. I traced part of the pipeline back to the Forbidden Temple. Maybe you should look there for some type of switch.
Nice, thanks Kira. We will go on our little adventure. So this is the village. That's the beach we were told to sand over village. I apologize for this camera. I did say it was going to be a little bit annoying. Check all the areas because I know I'm going to miss things, and then I'm going to have to come back and it's going to be in the ass. Yeah, we can't tackle a creature. We're not going for a swim. We've already learnt that you will get eaten alive. Right, so we're going to talk to...
Flies are always in red boxes.
This is the fisherman's hut. And the fisherman is not here, he's elsewhere, which we will see him a bit later. This guy here, this mayor, or whatever guy, what's his name?
Don't tell me that you two have problems as well. First I hear of monster sightings near the village, and now this. See those gears up there, boys? See them? See how they're not moving? That means our village has no power. The eco beam coming from the jungle temple has been interrupted. And boys, everyone's too frightened to go out and find out what's happened.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. Oh, you're funny. Now look,
So funny.
if you two fix the eco beam, I'll give you a power cell. Oh, and another thing. If by any chance you're interested in making a contribution to my re-election campaign, I might be willing to part with yet another power cell. The minimum contribution is a very modest 90 precursor orbs.
And there we go. Contribution to his mayorship. Here's our second firefly. So we can get 2 precursor orbs from this fella here. We will get to his quest turning on the power at some point, which is off in the goddamn camera temple area. And this guy is this our uncle, I think?
Well, hello there, my dear boy. You've caught me at a most inopportune moment. I was to set off on my journeys yesterday, but I seem to be a spot short on the old precursor orbs. I would have pledged my word that I had 90 of them, but I gather that your young friend, you know, the little annoying, miserably ugly one, might have just pilfered them as a sort of a spot of fun. Anyway, would you be kind enough to loan your dear old uncle 90 precursor orbs so he can get underway? I would offer you a power cell in return.
And there we go. There's a second payment we have to make to our dear old uncle, as he says.
Well, in my day, you could walk to that.
We're already at 50 orbs. We're gonna head, you know what, we're gonna head this way first. Go see Bird Lady.
Oh my, what a horribly sick little bird.
You don't look so good yourself, lady.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were a spotted orange-bellied rainframe. You know, yesterday I saw some terribly vicious creatures capture a mother flutflut near the beach. Now there's this poor little orphan egg sitting in a nest at the top of the cliff, and I can't get to it. If you could climb up there and push it off, I've piled some hay down at the base to catch it safely. Do an old lady a favor, and I'll give you a power cell.
So there's the bird lady. We gotta go help a little bird. And this down here is the farmer. And again, get the cameras ready. And we pretty much just need to use the blue eco to activate one of those and get ourselves a whole lot of orbs. Let's check his house first. Fly.
Gotta milk those yak cows. Gotta milk those yak cows. Oh, it's you. Oh, just resting my tired bones. I've been trying to get those ornery yak cows back into the pen all day. Some strange creatures tried to steal them earlier. You think you could help an old man and try to get them back into the corral?
Yes, we will. Okay, so we gotta help this guy get his blimmin' cows back into the pen. And the best way to do that is just to hit the shit out of them. And you just guide them from behind. That's one. We'll go up that hill later. And we'll go see that good old Precursor eyeball guy shortly. Which he'll be like 150 orbs or some crap like that. Oops, no, not that way. Turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Yes, get in there. Okay. Now we've got one more to do. No. Two more. Okay, let's herd them out. Yes, good, good, good. One more. And around these clunky rocks. Because we don't want to clip into those. Yep, get in there.
That lazy farmer owes us a power cell.
There we go.
Let's go talk to
First
him.
power cell from one of the villagers done already.
Ah, well done, my boy. I
Yes,
got
my
those
boy.
3 bags back into the pen. Now I can sleep in peace. Take this power cell for your trouble.
I shall. Thank you very much. Yeehaw. Nice, Daxter. Nice breakdancing. I feel like I want to sprint, but I can't sprint on this. Right, actually, this is the forbidden jungle, which will lead us towards the forbidden temple, and we're going to leave that a little bit later. I do want to go to the beachfront first and unblock those things for old mate. Fire canyon. So this is the area where we will be crossing, and we need our 20 power cells for that. Okay, so we are going up here to Eyeball Man. $83, we're almost at 90. Nice. 4 flies.
Wow! Check out that funky sculpture sitting on the rocks over there.
Oh shit. That's what I want to do. I want to double jump, then I want to do my little spinny kick, and that's how you get very far. And we hopefully will make this one. Oh no, you bastard. Okay, so this is where it's getting a little bit clunky. I feel like I'm pushing the button, but he's not doing it, you know what I mean? Yeah, got it. Okay, gotta make one more. What is he looking at?
Get back and make the switch already.
He's looking at something. Starfish? Are you looking at the starfish?
This must be a
Who awakens the oracle? Wait, one of you has the light within. From before time, I have watched and waited for the true hero to return. Present to me 120 precursor orbs for each power cell I contain.
120 orbs for each power. One of those guys. So let's dive on in. Okay, so we've just visited the Precursor guy statue. Now we're going to head over to the beachfront. Oh, I just saw one of these guys. We should have one more left. And obviously we want to make sure, actually, there is one place I forgot to check. I'm pretty sure there is a fly behind someone's house. So I may need to go back.
Hey! Little furry dude! Oh, I thought for a moment you were my muse.
Your what?
Haven't you ever seen a muse before? It's a little glowing squirrel about your size, full of spunk, and crazy as a lark.
Oh, I get it. Like a sidekick.
As a matter of fact, without my muse, I just can't sculpt. But with her around, I see beauty in everything, you know? Right now, I couldn't chisel my way out of a box. I think she ran away to that misty island. Oh, I just hope she's all right. It's worth a power cell if you bring her back to me.
Wait a minute! We are not going back to Misty Island! Are we?
I like how he's like, oh, my muse, he ran away to Misty Island. And I'm like, how did a squirrel swim across there? Okay. Instead of running around, let's grab this last one. Nice.
Alright!
6 power cells on a roll. Right, before we go to the sandy beach side, just going around the village, we've talked to everybody. We've had our introduction to Jak, to Daxter, our talking weasel, I think he was. I think he's a weasel. We will have fun. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.